India generates hundreds of used lead batteries every year.
And here's the big question. Where does all the lead go? How much of it is done safely? And why does this matter to you?
Because if the lead recycling is done informally, it raises a health risk not just for the workers, but also for the nearby communities.
And that's why today we are on our way to India's one of largest recycling factories to understand what exactly happens to all that toxic lead.
1 in 3 children worldwide is affected by lead poisoning, and India is among the most impacted.
During informal lead-acid battery recycling, women and children are involved in breaking batteries with their bare hands and melting lead over open fires, leading to major health risks. Moreover, lead leaks into soil, air and water, affecting entire communities, not just workers.
However, when done using the right procedures, lead-acid battery recycling becomes a perfect example of a circular economy.
Nearly all its components are recovered and reused to make new batteries, completing a full recycling loop.
And at this facility, they process hundreds of tons of lead every single day. And processing lead isn't just about melting metals.
Well, it's a complex process, and trust me, the scale might surprise you.
Hello. So, we are finally here. I want to see the lead getting recycled.
Can we just go?
Sure, we can, but safety comes first.
Right now, we are at the very first stage of the recycling journey. Unloading.
Used batteries are collected from Exide dealerships across India, where customers return their old batteries in exchange for discounts on new ones.
Apart from Exide depots, we collect the scrap batteries from B2B vendors pan India.
Every single day, 250 tons of used lead batteries come here for recycling. That adds up to roughly 4,500 tons every month.
These trucks aren't all carrying the same kind of batteries. Different trucks bring in different categories, from automotive to industrial ones, and at this point of stage, they are carefully segregated. These segregated batteries are then loaded into the vibrator feeder.
So this is the actually battery feeding system, and you can see from the belt conveyor batteries are falling into the hammer mill.
So to explain you in very layman term, battery is made out of 3 components: lead, plastic and acid.
In the hammer mill, these batteries are crushed to extract all 3 components.
First, let's focus on lead. In next few minutes, we'll see how lead is separated, melted and purified through multiple stages.
From the battery crushing process, lead is recovered in 2 forms: lead oxide paste and lead metal chips.
Then, lead metal chips and lead oxide paste are mixed together in 60-40 ratio.
Then mixture is put into furnace by vibrating machine.
Once the material goes in, high temperature burners are switched on. Inside the furnace, the lead compounds begins to melt and separate. This process continues for nearly 2 hours.
What comes out of smelting is molten lead. So after smelting, we do get lead, but it's highly impure. It contains other metals. That's where comes the next process of refining.
Here, the molten lead goes through a controlled purification process. This is the stage where all the impurities are removed carefully.
Molten residue from smelting section is poured into the kettle. After filling kettle, subsequent processing is carried out.
That's literally the molten lead, and I can feel the heat. So many people do this unconventionally without any temperature control, pollution control.
Nearly 3.5 million deaths were reported due to lead exposure in 2023.
Informal smelting is a serious structural challenge. This area accounts for a sizable share in India, which reduces effective recovery and environmental stewardship. Beyond environmental risk, it undermines the integrity of the circular economy. It creates an uneven playing field. Responsible companies like us invest heavily in pollution control, worker safety, compliance, and traceability systems, costs that informal operators often bypass. Achieving over 99% of battery components is a significant sustainability milestone because it effectively transforms the battery life cycle into a near closed loop system. If informal recycling is formalized and collection fully digitized under the Battery Waste Management Rules 2022, India could realistically approach OECD level circularity in this segment.
I cannot see how informally this is done and at a large scale. Here it is in a very controlled environment where safety protocols are taken care of.
Gas generated in the rotary furnaces and refinery furnaces is treated in the air pollution control system.
After refinery, molten lead is sent for casting.
In casting stage, purified molten lead is converted into solid, easy to handle bricks.
The liquid lead is poured into rectangular molds and the glowing liquid cools down and solidifies.
Once cooled completely, the bricks are removed from the molds, stacked and prepared for dispatch.
These lead bricks can be used to make new battery components like lead metal plates and small parts.
And the interesting fact is that the lead can be recycled multiple times without losing any property.
Now that we have recycled lead, it's time to recycle plastic.
Battery boxes made of plastic are crushed in the hammer mill.
And after crushing, we are getting small PP chips. You can see here. We are getting two types of plastic. One is PP and one is ABS. We are grinding the PP chips. After grinding, this PP scrap is going to the washing line where small PP chips getting washed with the caustic water. Washed PP chips, then we are feeding to the silo where some chemicals we are mixing to sustain the properties of polypropylene. And then after mixing this small PP chip, it is going to the extruder process. And after that, we are getting the 3 mm, 4 mm granules. You can see the plastic granules.
Using these small plastic granules, everyday plastic products are manufactured, from chairs in our homes to battery boxes for brand new batteries. And from the recycled lead bricks, lead metal plates and end poles are manufactured.
All these components are then assembled inside the plastic box to make a brand new battery.
Let's see how these lead end poles are manufactured.
We are at the small parts casting stage where purified lead is molded into useful components. Look at these. Well, these components are used in motorcycle batteries, four-wheelers and even industrial applications.
अपना प्रोसेस चालू होता है रिफाइनिंग से इनगॉट लेने के टाइम पे। तो जो इनगॉट आता है तो उसको हम मेल्ट करते हैं। मेल्ट करने के बाद अपने पास 3 प्रोडक्ट कैटेगरीज है, मोटरसाइकिल यूनिट, SLI यूनिट एंड इंडस्ट्रियल। ये वाला जो एंड पोल है ये हमारा फाइनल बैटरी में लगता है।
This facility alone has a casting capacity of about 250 metric tons per day, which tells you sheer scale of this circular process.
आप यहाँ पे पीछे तो देख सकते हैं ये कोल्ड फोर्ड टेक्नोलॉजी है जो इंडिया में सिर्फ एक्साइड के पास है। तो यहाँ से ऑलमोस्ट पूरा फुल्ली ऑटोमेटिक प्रोसेस है। ये पूरा जितना OEMs है, मारुति हो गया, टाटा हो गया, उनको ये सब प्रोडक्ट्स हम डिस्पैच करते हैं।
From waste lead batteries to usable lead component. This is what a closed recycling process looks like on the ground.
And there's still one component left, acid.
So any acidic effluent released during the recycling process is first neutralized.
And you know what? The treated water is reused within the plant itself.
That means no wastewater is released out of this plant.
Exactly.
In this tank, we are taking battery acid and we are adding calcium hydroxide to neutral that acid.
And after this entire process, there's still one byproduct left, ETP sludge.
Well, this ETB sludge here is collected safely, handled carefully, and sold to the cement industry for further manufacturing process.
In this case of lead-acid batteries, almost all the lead, plastic, and electrolyte are recovered and reintroduced into the manufacturing process, leaving virtually no material destined for landfill. This is a powerful statement of responsibility and demonstrates that true circularity is achievable at scale. We are not just recycling, we are building a resilient, circular supply chain that reduces dependence of primary resources and supports India's long-term sustainability goals.
This was the most tiring yet most fun last 48 hours of my life.
I cannot believe we took a flight all the way from Delhi, reached Pune, and then 90 kilometers to Supaparma to reach chloride metal factory just to see lead getting recycled step by step.
And I'm telling you, after watching all this, I'm definitely not throwing away my old car batteries.
Because I feel your old car batteries are going to be recycled.